Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the REI Ruckpack, which is a versatile 28-liter bag that can work for everyday carry, hiking, and even some lightweight travel. I've gotten a few requests to feature this on the channel. I always take those requests very seriously. I really appreciate the suggestions that you all leave in videos, so please continue to leave those down below. And after having an opportunity to research the Ruckpack a little bit, I could definitely see why there was some interest in this. It seemed to have a nice feature set at a pretty reasonable price point, and so I've had a chance to test this out over the past couple of weeks. In this video, I'm going to be talking about my experience using it. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel, we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, to me the bag strikes a pretty good balance between keeping things minimal but offering some of the functionality that you would expect in a more technical pack. So there's straps, attachment points, pocketing, but it's all still subdued enough that it's going to work well in a variety of environments, whether you're taking this into the outdoors, exploring a city, or even traveling. Moving into the materials, the bag is made out of a recycled ripstop nylon that feels like it's going to offer enough durability for any environment that you take it into. It also has a DWR coating, so it's going to offer good weather resistance, and it manages to keep the bag pretty lightweight. It comes in at just over a pound, which is surprising given the padding and the size of the bag. And then you also have some nice YKK zippers all throughout. Continuing along the outside of the bag, I was excited to see that there are two external water bottle pockets, one on each side. They offer a decent amount of capacity. I was able to hold the same 20-ounce water bottle that you've seen in a lot of my other daily bag videos. Did feel like there was still some additional capacity, so if you have a larger water bottle, there's enough elasticity here to allow it to fit. One thing to note on the water bottle pockets is on this side of the bag, there is an additional organizer pocket that's behind this compartment, so there's a little bit of shared volume there that you'll have to account for. If you fill that area up, you won't have as much capacity on the water bottle front, but regardless, it's still nice to have it on each side. You just need to kind of plan that out as you organize your stuff. And then on the front of the bag, you have some nice webbing that's going to be a great spot to attach something with a carabiner, such as a hand sanitizer. I have my hero clip attached here sometimes. And I really like that this webbing is actually a little more hidden and subdued, so it's there for when you want to use it, but then it kind of just tucks away to give the bag a cleaner look. You have rows of webbing on each side of the bag, so plenty of places to attach additional gear. And then at the bottom, you have these little loops that come out where you can secure some hiking poles if that's the type of thing that you normally use on a hike. And then when you're not using the bag in the outdoors, you can tuck them away, and again, just to maintain a cleaner appearance. So really love the flexibility that's provided by the bag there. You have the REI logo here on the front, and then the name of the Ruckpack on the bottom. And then on each side of the bag, you have a compression strap, which is always nice to have, particularly when the bag isn't as packed out. You can just kind of tighten everything up. This also works well if you're securing something a little bit taller in the water bottle pocket. You can just place the compression strap around that to prevent it from maybe tipping over. Taking a look at the capacity, the bag comes in at about 28 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion. It's going to work well for your day-to-day while still providing enough capacity for when you need to carry a little bit more stuff or if you're going on a longer hike. And I like that even though the bag is a little bit larger, when it's packed out, it doesn't really stick out too much. It maintains a fairly sleek silhouette, making it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and taking onto most domestic and international airlines. Moving into the straps and back paneling, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have plenty of padding. It's really comfortable right out of the box. On the inside, you have a breathable mesh material, and then these straps have a good width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. On the straps, you also have some loops here that are going to be great for hanging your sunglasses or attaching additional gear. And then you have an adjustable sternum strap to help distribute the weight that also has a little safety whistle on it. As far as the back paneling, this has also been really comfortable. I like how much padding is included all throughout. The padding also offers plenty of breathability. You got some ridges here, there's mesh fabric, and then the padding also has plenty of elevation to create this large air channel to provide you with airflow while you're walking around throughout the day. And then at the bottom you have a removable waist strap which helps stabilize the load. I'm not always a huge fan of these as they don't offer a ton of comfort or additional support. I can see the value when this is packed out, particularly on a hike or if you're riding a bike or something like that. But it's definitely the type of thing that I normally remove, and again, I just really like the fact that I could take it off completely and I don't have to worry about it dangling around or having to tuck it away anywhere. Jumping into the organizational options, the bag has a nice variety of pockets all throughout. Starting off at the top, you have a really spacious, quick access pocket. It's going to be able to handle even some bulkier items that you might need to grab more regularly during the day. So I currently have here my sunglasses with their case. I also have a little headlamp that I like to have with me. I have my GoPro. And then even with those items in there, there's still plenty of leftover space if I wanted to toss in my phone, my wallet, anything that I would want to throw in while going through TSA. And then on the inside, you also have a little lanyard with a plastic clip, which is going to be a great spot for your keys or something like a multi-tool. On the side of the bag, you have another pocket. Again, it's behind one of the water bottle compartments, so something to keep in mind as you load it out. This has some pretty cool internal organization. So there is a larger slip pocket here that's going to be a good spot for something like your phone, a hard drive, a mouse, or in my case, I have a portable battery there that attaches to the back of my phone. And then on the front of that, you have some elastic bands that are going to be good for tech items such as dongles or charging cables. In my case, I have some of my EDC items such as a little flashlight that clips onto there, and I also have my bolt action pen. And then behind those, you have an additional zippered compartment, which actually has a pretty decent amount of space. I currently have a deck of playing cards in there, but this is also the spot where you can store the rain cover that you might want to pull out if you get caught in some heavier rain. And if you don't want to use it for the rain cover, then you do just have a nice separate area to store any other accessories that you might need to carry with you. The last area that we're going to be taking a look at is the main compartment. And you can access this in two ways. There is a top loading section, and there's also a zipper along the side, which you can use particularly if you want to grab something near the bottom. You have just a little bit of an easier way to get into the bag, particularly if you're still wearing it. You can just swing it around, reach in, grab what you need, and then close it up. So that is one way that you can access it. You do have this sort of security indicator here. I guess the idea is the compression strap would kind of block this zipper from opening too easily. It's not actually lockable here, so it is a little bit exposed. That's something you want to keep in mind. But you do have the ability to fully lock the top loading compartment. It has the little loops here where you could place a cable lock or any sort of lock to just add that extra bit of peace of mind. And so opening this section up, I like how wide this comes up, so you get a nice view into the bag, and it's a pretty deep bag, but because of the brighter lining, you still have a decent amount of visibility, and you can just kind of stuff everything that you need in here. Again, 28 liters of capacity is going to be plenty, even for some bulkier items, as I currently have here. So jumping in, I have my DJI Mavic Mini with its hard shell case. I have a packable rain jacket, which tends to take up a pretty decent amount of capacity, but it fits in there easily. I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch. I tossed in down near the bottom my Beats Studio wireless headphones with the hard shell case. I have a full-size moleskin notebook here. And then the last thing that I have just kind of floating in the main compartment is my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better sense of the volume and space. I really like how much this comes up, which is what makes it good for handling bulkier items, and will also allow me to use it for minimal travel. This will definitely be able to handle a larger packing cube, an extra pair of shoes, a dop kit, and then I could easily use it for a longer weekend trip. On the front of the compartment, you have an additional mesh zippered pocket, which is going to be a good spot for any of those smaller items that you want to be able to reach without having to dig through all the way to the bottom of the bag. This actually has a pretty decent amount of space. It goes down fairly low, so if you have something taller or maybe a pouch, some toiletries that you want to kind of separate out from the rest of the main compartment. In my case, the only things that I currently have in here are the little manicure set that I typically have with me, and I also have a tin that has some band-aids and ointment. And then on the back of the compartment, you have a separate sleeve that's meant to hold a laptop or a hydration bladder. To me, this definitely feels like it's more focused on the hydration aspect, as it's not a very padded sleeve. You do have this Velcro loop at the top and a pass-through for the nozzle. So, definitely works for that use case, particularly if you want to use this on a hike. And for the laptop, it is able to hold up to a 15 or 16 inch laptop. this is suspended off the bottom of the ground, so it does have that type of protection, but the sleeve itself doesn't offer any sort of padding or cushioning against, bumps or other items that you might have in the compartment. So that's something that you want to keep in mind, maybe use a case with. And so pulling the device out, now with the sleeve empty, you can get a better look at the inside. This does come up a decent amount due to this elastic that's included here. So if you have a thicker device or you want to use a case with your laptop to give it some additional protection, that's going to work out fine. And again, I like that it's suspended off the bottom of the ground. When you place your bag down, your device isn't going to be making contact with the floor. I do wish that the sleeve had been a little bit thicker or more true laptop sleeve so that I didn't have to worry about a case, but it's a fair trade-off considering how light they managed to keep the bag and the fact that this is a little bit more of an outdoor focused bag in my opinion. And in general, I really like the layout and space offered in this main area and throughout the rest of the bag. Some really nice functionality here. And if you're looking for a durable and comfortable everyday carry or hiking backpack that can also work for minimal travel, this is going to be a really solid option to consider. And so to wrap up, it's been a great experience testing out the REI Ruckpack over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on REI's site for about $100, which to me feels like a pretty reasonable price point considering the features and the build quality that it has to offer, and it also compares well to other similar bags in this price range. And so as I was testing this out, one of the first bags this made me think of is the North Face Kaban, which has a pretty similar aesthetic and is one of those bags that's meant to work well for kind of the outdoors, for the urban setting. It's got a little bit of a sleeker vibe compared to some of North Face's other bags. Really comfortable harness system. It's going to come in at a slightly higher price point than this, but it has some extra organizational options. And one of the biggest differences is that it has a little bit more of a robust laptop compartment that's going to give you some extra padding. So if you're looking for a bag that has this type of an aesthetic that's going to be comfortable and durable and give you just a little bit more flexibility for your tech, then that's going to be a great option to consider. The next bag that this made me think of is the Osprey Quasar, which is a really similar kind of lightweight hiking and EDC bag. Comes in at 28 liters as well, so it can hold quite a bit of stuff. That one has a pretty technical vibe. It's got bungee cords on the front, attachment points. I really like the organizational layout that it has. It's pretty comfortable to wear. I actually think the harness system is a little bit more robust on the Ruckpack, but I also like that the Quasar does include a suspended and well-padded laptop compartment. So again, if you're looking for a bag that's in this sort of a price range that has this type of a vibe and can work well in the outdoors while still providing good protection for your laptop, that's going to be a great option to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the 511 Rush 12, which is a really durable, tactical bag. I really love the flexibility that it offers with all the MOLLE webbing that it comes with. You can attach things with carabiners, customize it with pouches. It has a great built-in organizational layout, elevated and padded laptop compartment. It has a pretty comfortable harness system. It is going to have that tactical vibe, so it kind of depends on your aesthetic preferences, but it comes with a lot of functionality, durability. It's a pretty similar price range to this, so if you're looking for something that's going to give you some extra organization, flexibility, and again, laptop protection along with some concealed carry capabilities, that's going to be one of the best options to take a look at. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the Boundary Supply Errant Pack, which has been one of my favorite EDC and tech bags over the past few years. Really solid build quality. I really like the harness system on it. It reminds me a lot of the one on this one actually. It has great laptop protection. I like that it's a top-loading bag that can also open up fully clamshell so you can easily organize everything. It's got a lot of pocketing, weather resistance, and Boundary Supply has a really cool ecosystem of modular accessories that you can pair with the bag if you want something to hold your camera gear or maybe your drone. So you have a little bit of flexibility that comes with that. It's going to be at a slightly higher price range and a little bit heavier just due to some of the robust padding that it includes. But if you're looking for something again that has the versatility that this offers, same level of comfort, but that's going to give you a little bit more flexibility, then that's going to be a great option to consider. With that being said, the REI Ruckpack holds up really well against all those options, and if you're looking for a durable and comfortable pack that you can take into pretty much any environment and that's not going to break the bank, then this is going to be a fantastic option to check out. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the REI Ruckpack and how it compares to some of the other versatile daily and minimal travel bags that we've featured on the channel in the past. And if there are any similar options that you think I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank you as always for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.